I
to
mean,
watch that shit.
the marketing of films is still very old media. It's still very traditional.
For
And
sure.
it's really quite
Yeah.
shocking. I've said this before. Though you would think that the film industry would be more creative because it's full of creative people, but it's a very, very conservative,
They're-
very conservative industry.
A lot
No
of
innovation
old
whatsoever.
people sitting there
Well,
making decisions.
I mean, look at music. Look at how people are innovating in terms of promotion, and people
But
are just putting their
music
albums
was
on
forced to do
YouTube.
it.
Film is about
Yeah,
to be forced to.
but
They're
film is-
about
when
to
you
be
do
forced.
Netflix is basically forcing Netflix, Hulu, and all those smaller streaming services are forcing these bigger studios to rethink their shit. Disney is now making a streaming service because they have to.
True.
yeah, but I mean, with the traditional way, going back to the traditional way of promotion, I mean, versus the way music's being promoted, a lot of actors with big reach, when they actively promote their movies on social media, you see that they automatically make a lot of money.
The Rock.
Like, yeah, I was talking about The Rock, Kevin Hart, Ice
Yeah.
Cube, when they did Ride Along, for example. They did a huge promotional tour worldwide, globally, and
They went and
You know,
worked
it
with
was successful,
YouTubers.
made
They were
Ride Along too.
YouTubers. Yeah.
yeah,
and
'Cause you
they're
have to
doing
do
it.
that.
When the actors are so passionate about their own projects that they end up promoting it that much, it
But again,
it does
all
it.
these people, all the three people you just mentioned, they're great examples. Again, are people they started later, so they started when this was the generation.
But they,
And
but
then
they,
you have-
What
but
we're
they did
basically
exploit
saying
social
is-
media at the beginning. like,
Well,
when-
basically, you're
when-
saying is the old guard needs to
yeah,
die
no,
out.
that's
That's
what
why.
they did. They
Mhm.
started. I mean, they started their acting career later.
yeah,
Yeah.
So when they started their acting career, at the time they started, social media, Instagram, fucking even Jennifer Lawrence when she started, I didn't think Instagram existed. She's
No, you're right, yeah.
Instagram has been around for what, like what, 4 years?
which I mean
No,
they
no,
started
she's
getting
not 4
lead
years, more
roles
longer.
later, right? Because
Well,
Kevin
the first
Hart
The first Hunger Games was quite a while ago.
She didn't. No. But I'm talking about how long has Instagram been around? Instagram.
No, I'm
Instagram has been around not that long.
not that
No.
long.
Definitely not mainstream. It became mainstream when it was bought by Facebook. That was just a couple years ago.
But you mean that
she's been acting before Hunger Games, huh? She got an Oscar nomination before Hunger Games, even.
People don't know that.
But all these people, they had small
I
roles
do.
before. Even but The Rock had big roles. The Scorpion King. When did that come out? That
Yeah,
was-
he had a moment. I don't call that.
That was his moment. Yeah, true. Yeah,
It
he
was
was
a
really
moment.
his wrestling was his thing then.
Yeah, he did that. And
Kevin
then-
Hart had the small roles. I remember him.
Kevin Hart is a
in,
40-year-old virgin.
Along
He
Came
does-
Polly. Yeah.
He shows up in a 40-year-old
Um,
virgin. He's
Is
dope.
did that come out after Along Came Polly with Ben Stiller? Because there he also had a small role. That was also an old one. Anyway,
You see, you could tell that man was going to be successful because when you go back and you watch his small roles, he killed his small roles.
I
He
know.
killed him.
You always laugh.
He's up there for 5 minutes, but he
Mhm.
uses those 5 minutes.
Yeah, I remembered him very well from when I first watched Along Came Polly, and like that guy's really funny. Even though he appeared in 2 scenes, I think in total he had 1 minute of screen
Yeah.
time.
If you also look at like 40-year-old virgin, one of the most memorable moments of the movie is that interaction he has with the guy who works there.
Mm-hmm.
Romani Malco is the
Yes.
actor when they start beefing and stuff.
Yeah,
And he's there for like 5 minutes. He's not even,
not even 5 minutes. It was like a 2-minute scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Anyways, but Hollywood is in a state of disaster, so we need to go back to that.